to Carnival Radio.
Good evening, this is Carnival World News with Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. We begin the news this evening from Africa. As we see that Congo Republic President Denis Sassou Nguesso looks set to extend his decade-long rule in elections on Sunday, even as he advances aged, and a term limit fuels speculation about who will eventually succeed him. The 82-year-old former paratrooper has now ruled for a combined total of almost 42 years, making him Africa's third longest-serving leader, after Equatorial Guinea's Teodoro Obiang and Cameroon's Paul Biya. Sassou will face 6 candidates in an election with an organizing commission dominated by figures appointed by the ruling Congolese Labour Party. 2 of the main opposition parties are boycotting the vote, saying that the process lacks transparency and several potential challengers are in prison or in exile. In Europe, Russia has so far been the only winner from the war in the Middle East as energy prices soar and attention for its war against Ukraine has faded. This is according to a statement by the European Union Council President Antonio Costa today, Tuesday. He noted that it gains new resources to finance its war against Ukraine as energy prices rise and the version of military capabilities that could otherwise have been sent to support Ukraine, and the reduced attention to the Ukrainian front as the conflict in the Middle East takes center stage. Costa stressed the need for the European Union to protect the international rule-based order, which he said was now being challenged by the United States, and for all parties in the Middle East to return to the negotiating table. Moving on to Asia, a former member of senior Syrian's Air Force intelligence attended a British court hearing via video link today, Tuesday, charged with crimes against humanity and torture relating to suppression of pro-democracy demonstrations in Damascus in 2011. Salem Michael Al-Salam, 58, who now lives in Britain, appeared virtually at the hearing at London's Westminster Magistrates Court from his home. Al-Salam is charged with 3 counts murder as a crime against humanity relating to deaths in April and July 2011 as part of a widespread or systematic attack against a civilian population with knowledge of the attack. He is also accused of 3 charges of torture relating to incidents in 2011 and 2012 and one of conduct ancillary to murder as a crime against humanity. He did not speak during the hearing, and there was no indication of how he would plead. His lawyer, Sean Caulfield, told the court that Salim was too unwell to confirm his name, as he was wearing a breathing apparatus mask, and the court was told he suffered from degenerative motor neuron disease. We now move on to North America, as immigration rights advocates have filed a lawsuit seeking to stop U.S. President Donald Trump's administration from next week's ending legal protection that allow nearly 1,100 Somalis to live and work in the United States. The lawsuit, brought by 4 Somalis and 2 advocacy groups, challenges the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's decision to end temporary protection status for Somalis immigrants whom Trump has derided in public remarks. The lawsuit cited a series of statements Trump has made describing Somalis as garbage and low IQ people who contribute nothing. The plaintiff said the administration is ending the TPS for Somalia and other countries due to unconstitutional bias against non-white immigrants not based on objective assessment of countries' conditions. Lastly, as we move on to the Australian continent, Australia will deploy a military surveillance aircraft to the Middle East and send missiles to the United Arab Emirates, but will put troops on the ground in Iran. This was disclosed by Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese today, Tuesday. According to the statement, Australia's military support would help the Gulf countries defend themselves against unprovoked attacks from Iran. Albanese said, stressing that Iran was not a protagonist. Albanese also said that Australia would deploy one of its Boeing-manufactured E-7A Wedgetail airborne early warning and control system aircraft for an initial 4 weeks to protect the airspace above the Gulf countries. And that wraps up our Carnival news around the world. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening to the news. Do not forget that you can always stay informed by checking out our website for timely updates at www.carnivalmedia.ng. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemugoko, and I do wish you have a very good night.